Shalom, it's G-Man Solid Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahweh Shai, Waha, Rakar, Kodash. Double honors to the elder boss of GMS for teaching us this truth and that rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's spreading this word, this sincerity, and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. Gone. The thing I'm going to talk about is basically that we are bound to this truth, man. Being bound to this truth is to be seen positive, you know. But literally, we are prisoners, man. And it's known throughout the scriptures, it's being spoken about throughout the scriptures, that we are bearing the yoke, which a yoke is a chain, you know. We are bearing the yoke. You know, we have certain things that we have to do in this truth. We have a different life than people that are not bound in this truth. And you're gonna have certain guys that are gonna fall out because of that, you know, because they don't want to keep these ways. They don't want to push the work for Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. They lazy. They let this lazy demon take over, you know, because the scripture in Matthew chapter 11 verse 30 says, "For my yoke is easy," you know, and those are the words of Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai said, "My yoke is easy," you know. So the things that you have to refrain from in the world, and the things that Yahweh Shai asks of you, you know, that makes you a prisoner of hope, man. You know, we are bound to this truth, and we are bound to push it and to prophesy and to basically clean our hands from the blood of the people. And that makes you different from all the other people, man. Because these other people in the world, they are not busy with that. They are busy with carnal things. They are busy with partying, having fun, you know, doing what their flesh desires. But we fight against the flesh, our own flesh. We fight against our own flesh, you know, like the scripture says, the spirit warred against the flesh, because our spirit wants to do upright and walk in the ways of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, pleasing Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. But then our flesh wants to do what these carnal people do constantly, you know, which is bullshit. Because we have a job to do. We are bound by this truth, and we are bound to do these things until Yahweh Shai come, man. Until Shiloh come, you know. So that makes us prisoners, man. And if you're not able to deal with that, with the fact that we are prisoners, like Zechariah says, Zechariah chapter 9, I believe verse 12, it speaks about that we are prisoners of hope, man. We are prisoners of hope, man. Think about it. The scriptures literally say that we are prisoners, man. You know? It literally says that we are prisoners. So when you walk in your daily life, and it's always like this, you know. Something comes up, and it's like what you see in these cartoons. You see the angel come on your right shoulder, and then this red devil comes on your left shoulder, talking about like, yeah, let's do this and this and that. And then the angel says, no, don't do this, just do the will of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai. And that's literally what happens. Not literally, you know, you don't get these entities on your shoulder, but I mean, that's really the feeling that you will get if you are spiritual, man. You know, it's really like you get two options in front of you. One is carnal, the other one is spiritual. Like, for example, I'm into MMA, you know, but I know I'm not supposed to put so much effort in it as in the truth. So sometimes I'm making myself ready, you know, to go to the gym. You know, I'm feeling it. I feel hyped up to do some sparring and some training, and then like 30-40 minutes before I want to get out the house, the brother calls me. Hey, Shalom, you want to go in the scriptures? And that's what I'm talking about. Now you got two options. What are those options? You're gonna do what your flesh desires, or are you gonna do what the Spirit wants and what Yahweh Shemel Shai wants, and helping the brother out with gaining more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures? What are you gonna do? You know, you are not supposed to feel good by making this choice that you go do what you want. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai needs to be your main priority, man. You know, of course we have our our free time every once in a while, because Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 12 says much studying is weariness of the flesh. So if you study too much, all of a sudden you're gonna get burned out too. You know, you gotta have some time that you can relax or watch a movie, with your woman or with the Akyam. Go to the cinema, check out this good movie. You need time like that to go to the gym, to blow off some steam, because we are dealing with all these things in the world which basically make your mind fucked up, man. The scripture says oppression maketh the wise man mad. So the wiser you get, the more you get frustrated because of this oppression that we are under, man. You get depressed day by day, but your main priority is go into the scriptures. Go in the scriptures, man. So like I was saying, the brother contact me, boom, you want to go in the scriptures? Let's go in the scriptures, man. I take off my boxing bandages. I say, okay, hold on a minute, change clothes again, and I go in the scriptures with him. Put on my garment, So it's not a it shouldn't be a difficult choice for you to make or to choose between these things. It's very simple. Choose the truth. In all your ways, in all your doings, choose for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai first, man. That's what Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai requires of you. That's why Yahweh Shai said, my yoke is easy. Just put this on the first place and deal with the things that you're gonna have to deal with walking in the path that I laid down for you. And the thing that we will get in return is way better than what you have to do for it. It's like, if you don't realize what is at the end, you're gonna find it hard, man. You're gonna find it difficult. You're gonna be like, man, it's too hard for me. 3 videos a week is too difficult, man. I never have time to do something for myself. Always gotta be busy. Brothers want to study. I never have time, blah, blah, blah. If you got a mentality like that, that shows that you really don't know what is at the end of the road, man. That shows that you really don't know what benefits you're gonna get out of this, man. That's why I always say we are long-term investors, man. We are long-term investors, And Jake is not a long-term investor, man. You know what Jake does, man? Jake gets his money and he spends his money. These Edomites be like this. They get 30,000 euro or dollar. They get $30,000. They put it, they invest it in a certain thing, and they leave it, and they don't even look at it, man. Then 5-6 years later, that 30,000 has become 2 million. Boom, they cash out. Long-term investing. But we are the real long-term investors, man, because we are working for Yahweh B'Hashem Shai, and our spiritual bank account is going up continually. If you choose to stop while building up that spiritual bank account, basically your bank account gets cancelled, man. It goes bankrupt. The bank where you put your cash in, it goes bankrupt for you because you gave up. And that's what the scriptures say. When you help a brother out, where you give alms to people, but then in the end you fall out, then all those things that you did were for nothing. it was in vain. You know? So Yahushua said, my yoke is easy, man. We are bound to this truth. We are literally bound to this truth. You know? And not in a negative way. It's exactly like I say, I want to go out, you know, to do some training, to do some boxing. But then a brother is in need of wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and basically the chain pulls me back, man. But I have the chain in my own hand. You know? So that's the thing. I have this chain in my own hand, and I can decide if I pull myself back, you know, with this truth, man, and go in the scriptures with the brother. You know, that's up to you, man. What you do with it, that's up to you. But that's what this lesson is all about, man. You should know what to do. You should know what to do, instead of acting dumb like you don't know. No, you know what you have to do, and that's push this truth. We are not in no time to seek for pleasure, man. We are not in no time to seek for pleasure, man. And especially for the young brothers, man, the brothers that just, you know, that are coming up, they are not that spiritual, man. They are not that spiritual, so they don't see what Satan does. They don't see what Satan does. There was this brother, he just came in the camp, and he was studying with this other guy that was also no, the other guy was standing in front of the camp, and the guy that came in front of the camp, he stayed at the brother's house for a while, but the brother lived with his mother. So they was going deep in the scriptures every day, studying for 5-6 hours. You know, all of a sudden his mother turns, you know, into, his mother gets a demon on her, and she says the guy needs to go, and talking about, yeah, I'm always busy with the Bible, I don't want that in my house, things like that. So if you're not spiritual, you think this is just because your mother doesn't like it. No, it's about Satan doesn't want these things to happen. Satan does not want these things to happen. I'm studying with the brother on Skype. As soon as we want to make a video, the connection breaks up. You know? Things like that. That's what Satan is busy with. That's why I also made a video like Satan has a childish spirit. All these things that he wants to do is childish, man. You know, 2 weeks ago I made this video. I was going into the history of Greece, you know, and what happened with the Israelites and the prophecies in the book of Daniel, the books of Daniel. And it was a video of an hour, something like that. And I stopped the recording, and it was just gone, man. The program on the computer acted like nothing really happened. I didn't record anything, but I was recording the whole time. So that's a childish spirit, man. But I mean, the point I'm trying to make is that you have to have an eye for that. You have to recognize these things, because if you don't recognize the spiritual battle that we are having, day by day, every minute of the day, things like this happen, man. If you don't, if you can't see it, you're not able to fight against it, man. You gotta see your enemy before you can fight him, man. You can't fight him without knowing he's there, without you knowing that you have an enemy. How are you gonna fight against him? How are you gonna protect yourself if you don't know he's there? If you don't know he put you in certain situations that you are getting carnal, that you are choosing for the world. You make an appointment with brothers to go into the scriptures a week before, then, you know, your woman starts acting up. Yeah, we never go there and there. Let's go there, let's go there. If you give in, you gave Satan the upper hand, man. You let him do what he set up for you. You know, you fall in his trap, basically. He set up your woman as a trap. That's why, if your woman is not spiritual, or if your woman is not strong against these demons that come in her mind, then you're gonna have a hell of a time, man. Meaning you're gonna get fucked up through your woman, man. You know, because they are the weaker vessel. If your woman says things without thinking, you know, if she has a very impulsive mouth, like she thinks something and she says it, that's when shit is gonna pop off, man. Because demons put a lot of things in your mind, and if you're not able to have temperance, meaning self-control, you are gonna speak things that you don't really that you actually don't want to say, but these demons make you say it. You know. So back to the reason why I made this video, brothers. We are prisoners of hope, man. We are bound by a chain, which is this truth, and you should have no problem with it, man, because this yoke is easy, and it's almost done, man. It's almost done. When we get delivered out of this hellhole, and this place gets swept to the foundation, and we have these heathens as workers, and we have the kingdom, visit planets, fly, having the ability to fly, having the ability to breathe underwater or to be underwater for a long time, things like that, man, that's glory, man. That's why I love the scripture, Romans chapter 8 verse 18, for the suffering of this present time is not to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. I love that scripture, man, because this yoke is easy. Why? Because the end thereof is beautiful. It's like 10 kilometers, right? You have to run 10 kilometers and hurdle things and stuff. You have to climb over things. If you don't know what your reward is, you're gonna say it's too difficult. But then if you get 20 million, if you get 20 million for only running that 10 kilometers with these obstacles, then you're gonna say, hey, that's easy, man. If I get 20 million only to do this, then it becomes easy. So that's what it's about, realizing what's at the end, because then you are gonna see whether it's difficult or easy. You know, knowing what's at the end is what decides if something is difficult or easy. If your reward is more precious and more beautiful for a small thing that you have to do for it, then it's an easy yoke, man. And that's this truth, because the glory is not to be compared with the suffering, man. And that is what it makes easy. You know, put Yahweh Shem Yahushai first at all costs, man. Whatever you want to do on the side, man. You know, whatever things you got planned on the side, let Yahweh Shem Yahushai be first, man. So with that, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.